lovely human. Welcome to The Little Flower. If you haven't been to my channel before, my name is Krista and I use the presence and essence of flowers along with the tarot to deliver messages to help you align to your most authentic and abundant nature and path. So for today's reading, my prompt that I channeled I channeled this after I even set all of this up, because setting it up gave me a hint as to what it was, because all of these flowers up here, for some reason, this was like one of the hardest setups I've ever done. And it was very chaotic, and all of the different flowers I had, nothing was cooperating, and I just couldn't get it balanced. And I was like, okay, there's something here with that. It's like I'm trying to manifest for something, right? I'm trying to create this video, and it's like I'm running up against all these frustrations, and it feels overwhelming. And so the prompt that came through for this video is calming the chaos. Tap into your inner resolve to manifest your dream life. So I'm excited about this. Go ahead and choose group number 1 with the Wax Begonia, group number 2 with the Garden Dahlia, or group number 3 with the English Lavender, and I will see you in your reading. Hello, lovely human. Welcome to The Little Flower. If you haven't been to my channel before, my name is Krista and I use the presence and essence of flowers along with the tarot to deliver messages to help you align to your most authentic and abundant nature and path. So for today's reading, as I mentioned in the intro, the prompt that downloaded into my brain after I set up this beautiful yet frustratingly chaotic group of flowers was calming the chaos. Tap into your inner resolve to manifest your dream life. So my intention for this reading is for someone who is on a manifestation journey, life creation, to be able to tap into the calm and steady current of divine guidance that can guide you into the most efficient, the most enjoyable, and let's face it, we all want it to be the most quick route to our dreams come true. So that is my intention. I would love for this reading to be a transmission to help you get aligned in that way. So we will just see what comes through for you. So you chose the beautiful, and I'm going to show you up close because look at this beauty, the Wax Begonia. So the Wax Begonia symbolizes individuality, uniqueness, and standing out from the crowd. So one of your strong suits is just how unique you are. Your energetic thumbprint cannot be duplicated. So the more you hone in on who you are and your authenticity, the more you will be successful on your journey. So whatever it is you're creating, being completely true to yourself is going to be key in your journey. So I want to put your flower right up here, and we're just going to dive right into the tarot. So for your overarching theme today, I pulled a card from the Tarot Landscapes, and your tarot card is, wow, that's amazing. You got the Ace of Wands, and this card actually looks like my setup. Look at the colors and the flowers, and there are even little puff balls, and I have these little fluffy balls here. So this is actually quite amazing. Ace of Pentacles is a card of new material beginnings. So you're either taking a new step in your manifestation of your dream life that is in the material world, or and maybe both, that you are seeing the actual materialization of your dream life happening right before your eyes. The first glimmers are starting to be revealed to you. You're starting to look around you and witness more money in your bank account. You're starting to witness, more joy and more of a joyful experience of life, more of a peaceful, easeful experience of life, more of a feeling of freedom in your life. It might not look exactly like the full 100% fruition of this dream life that you are walking towards, but you are seeing the fruits of your labor, so to speak, starting to trickle in, and it's only going to snowball from here. So I'm feeling this powerful message to stay the course, keep going. You are on this new plateau, so stay on this plateau and work from a space of abundance and not scarcity. Do not allow your energy to make decisions from a place of scarcity. So a lot of times when we get to this new plateau, it's a lot easier to see where we've been falling off the wagon in the past. Like basically, you could be getting to a point where you are more clearly seeing how you fell into pitfalls in the past, and you are more adept and able to stay out of those pitfalls, stay out of those mental traps or emotional traps that used to pull you down. So there's this feeling of, wow, I can't believe I listened to that scarcity part of me and made decisions from that place. It's like more obvious now. It's like, oh, like I get it now. I get it. I get everything I've learned up until this point about manifestation, like aligning to the positive and staying, an energetic match for what you want to attract. I see how I listened to limiting voices from the outside world, or even limiting, like my own limiting voice that I have downloaded within my being based off of quote unquote proof that I've seen that things like that either you're not worthy, or that you aren't capable, or it's not possible, or like there's some sort of virtue in not receiving what you want, where before you would listen to those voices, now it's just so stark and clear that those are bullshit, and you are recognizing your worth. You are catching it every single time. Maybe not every time, but it's just clearer. That's my point. It's clearer when your mind and being start to want to make decisions from a place of scarcity or lack. So beautiful job. This is a giant confirmation that you're on the right track, that you have done so much work to get to where you are now, that you are on a new plateau and there is no going back. So if there are any fears or worries of going back to an old state of being, there is no going back from here. It's physically impossible. It's too obvious. Like you won't make those decisions because like your body will react. Like your soul will react in such a jarring way that it'll just be crystal clear that, okay, no, I can't go that direction. That's what past me would have done. Now I'm going in this new direction. So you've done it. You've gotten yourself to the next step in your journey, and it's beautiful because it's locked in. And so anyway, that's your initial message from this overarching theme. I'm obsessed that this is your overarching theme, the Ace of oh my God, this is amazing. This is okay. I'm going to take this as a combination of the Ace of Pentacles and the Ace of Wands, because I thought this was the Ace of Pentacles this entire time. I mean, come on, wouldn't you think this is an Ace of Pentacles? Look at it. It's a tree stump. It's the earth. I mean, this is the Ace of Pentacles. It's a circular thing. No, this is the Ace of Wands. It says Wands. So actually, this is an action-oriented card as well. We're combining it. And so there are material steps that you can take right now that are very like powerful. I feel like there are powerful steps that you're meant to take moving forward that can like, okay, since we've been talking a lot about like you being on this new plateau, I feel like the old rules that applied to you before, as far as you moving forward with creating your dream life, the old rules don't apply anymore. Whereas you probably followed rules that were a little bit leaned into scarcity mindset. And you've grown out of that. And so your new rules are going to help. There's like an amplification energy here. And I feel like every action you take is going to put you like 10 steps forward than every action you took in the past like phase. I hope that makes sense. Like basically what you do now like counts. Not okay, no, it doesn't count for more because foundational shit is really hard and that counts. That's like counts so much. But it like creates a ripple effect in the material world more quickly. So you're basically being able to manifest in the material world more quickly than you were before. You're going to see things more rapidly grow in front of your eyes, as opposed to before it was more like underlyingly, and you were following more current of like faith, and like, you know, you saw slower growth, and now it's like things are shifting more quickly. So I think I explain that a little bit better there. Anyway, this is a long explanation of one card. So I'm going to go ahead and get some more context to what you need to hear right now about this. And, oh, wow, I picked up the Guardian of the Night Tarot, but I think first I want to pull a couple cards from the A Little Rain Oracle. Oh, no. I'm going to pull that as my final message. We are going to get into the tarot, apparently. No. Oh my God. Wow. Okay. Have you been indecisive? Because I think maybe that's the chaos we're meant to calm, is like indecision and like questioning your decisions and where you're going with things. Or maybe there needs to be more organization, because like even now I was like, oh, I want to do this, but then I want to do this, but no, I want to do this. And whereas, let's face it, if I would have just planned this out a little better moving forward, you know, maybe this would have been avoided. But I don't like to do that. I like to be in the thing and do it intuitively. And this brought us a message anyway. So a couple cards from the Prairie Majesty Oracle is what we're going to do. But yeah, that could be something like structure and discipline and parameters, you know, putting parameters around like your goals, and putting checkpoints on your schedule, and you know, these like kind of boring, quote unquote, like boring things. But like, I don't know, there's just this feeling with the Ace of Wands, Pentacles thing, like if you create that structure for yourself that you know is possible for you, that you know you can truly embody, and that won't be overwhelming or too much. And if you stick to it, again, your actions are amplified right now. So if you stick to a plan, this plan is going to create that ripple in the physical world tenfold to what it used to be. Okay, we have What Is Mine to Share with Sweeten, and the bee, the honeybee. Oh, I love that. And then we have What Can I Learn from Observation, and the crow, Notice. Okay, what is mine to share, and what can I learn from observation? Notice. Notice and Sweeten. We have the Skunk and Magnolia with Protection. I'm pulling from the Woodland Wardens. And the Badger and Ginkgo with Healing Wounds. Both black and white animals here. The word protection with the skunk and the magnolia. That was confirmation, because the crow to me symbolizes protection. And it's interesting that we have healing wounds here. So you are safe moving forward. You are safe being seen. You are safe taking up space. You are safe putting yourself out there, putting your work out there. You are safe doing the thing that feels uncomfortable in your life. Like, ultimately, I just want to tell you, like, you are 100% safe, and your manifestations are protected. I believe that you are called to do what you're doing right now, and I believe that the divine is part of this whole amplification energy right now. They are really wanting whatever it is you're doing in the world to be done. So it feels as though you're kind of being put into, I heard the limelight, but like that's just might be a metaphor, like into a position where you feel exposed or where you feel seen. Could be more of an explanation that would be a little bit more translatable. I feel like you are moving forward in a vulnerable, like feeling vulnerable within the space, but you are just ultimately protected. We have 2 protection cards here. And I feel like not only that, with the sweeten card, that this, like you being seen or feeling this vulnerability, like it feels as though this is going to bring sweetness to your life and love into your life in a way that you hadn't expected. So again, if you are more visible, for instance, you're going to get feedback that truly feels like authentic. It feels positive. It feels good. It feels like people are being honest and true. And it really does feel like love. Like it really does feel like true love from those around you. And it's a deeper level of just intimacy with your human family, you know, like whether that's a work family or a home family or a friend family, like whatever it may be. I just feel like you're deepening into intimacy with, and intimacy might not be the right word, but like connection, you know, with your human family. And it feels so loving and so sweet. And in a way, like we've got this healing wounds here. I feel like it's going to help you feel like safer in your skin and safer being on the earth and safer being connected to people. Like I feel like people are going to surprise you with their loving kindness, and you're going to realize that it's real, and people really genuinely can be that supportive, you know, can be that uplifting. So move forward, gung ho, do your thing. Let the good vibes in, the good reflection from what you're doing into your being, and trust that it is real and it is positive. There is this beautiful reunion kind of energy coming in, just of love and harmony. And I think just let it in. It's coming. So now we're going to dig into the tarot cards. The Guardian of the Night Tarot. That's protection vibes too. Just Guardian of the Night is just... oh, it feels really safe and good. Yeah, I just saw someone sleeping, and like with the deck cover, if you see this, it's this owl and this white owl, and like it's almost like when you go to bed, it's the feeling of imagining like a white owl outside and knowing that that's your protector, and they're out there just protecting you energetically. And whoa, I'm getting like owl vibes so freaking powerfully right now. That's crazy. I like saw like an owl's head like look at me all of a sudden. And anyway, that, what was I saying? So, oh yeah, it's just knowing that you have that protector out there that's guarding you and that's taking care of you and making sure nothing can come in and harm you or attack you or, you know, fuck with you or like, sorry that I said that weird. Like I'm trying not to cuss on YouTube, but anyway, yeah. So yeah, I feel like owl spirit is with you. Like the owl is, when I mentioned the owl, like it felt like a real presence showed up. So that was really cool. And owls are awesome. Like I feel like they're really powerful medicine and spirit guides. Okay, so we have, oh, shut up. Look at it. The first card, a white owl. So this is the death card. The owl has a mouse, but that mouse, like, yeah, it's gonna die. But it is the cycle of life. It is how things are meant to unfold. And I almost like that, you know, it's almost like it's like, for instance, if the mouse was something that would have come in and been a pest or bothered you, or harmed your home, or I don't know. I'm just trying to like dig into a metaphor here, but it is that protective energy. Like I'm going to take this mouse away from here, and which not the greatest metaphor, I suppose, since mice are pretty gentle. But yeah, there is a protection energy here. Really powerful. The death card is about rebirth and transformation. I think you're becoming a new person who's existing in the world in a new way and able to truly just align to who you really are. And it feels very colorful. Like, I mean, with the color of this reading, and it feels overflowing with like effervescence and love and bubbliness and connection to other people and feeling connected to other people, feeling like it's a joy to be connected to other people. And yeah, like social butterfly energy, like it feels really nice. And it's like your truest essence feels safe to just be in the world and to truly like unfold, and is recognizing they are safe 100% to be in the world, and they're only attracting in the good, and anything that could come in that could harm them like won't harm them. There's nothing that can harm them because you are so protected. Let me just keep pulling some tarot cards and see what else we get. Okay. We have the Six of Swords. Love that. I think that's a total representation of what we've been saying with like this new plateau that you're on. And we have the King of Cups. A lot of water element here. The Tower. Okay. The Judgment card. And the Five of Cups. Okay. What you got for me? What you got? So you have 3 major arcanas. And one being, I mean, come on, like the Tower and the Judgment card. The Tower is like things crumbling, and the Judgment card is resurrection. That's pretty powerful. And then you have the Death card as your other major arcana. I mean, this is like ultimate transformative energy. I think a part of you that has been dormant is being set free. Like especially with the snake shedding its skin. It's almost like you kept the skin on for protection and you realize you no longer need it. And you realize that you've been safe all along to be fully yourself in the world. And you finally feel rooted enough and safe enough to do so. You feel connected in your primal energy, you feel aligned in your root. Like with the snake being here, it feels like, you know, sometimes snakes can evoke fear in people, but it feels like the parts of you that you held back because you feared would like trigger other people, or you feared would be too much for other people, or even downright maybe scare other people sometime or put people off. It's like you realize now that it doesn't. First of all, like most people really enjoy you and can handle you, and those that can't, it's okay, and you're just able to send them love, and that's that. It's as simple as that. You know, there's no confrontation necessary, there's no conflict necessary. It's just you recognizing you can be in your power, you can be in your light and in your love, as corny as that is, but and it be well received for the majority, you know, for like 75-80% of people, it is very well received, which is such a relief, right? It's like, oh, most of the world loves me the way I am, so I'm okay with, you know, like it's cool, like, because you show up in a really loving, positive energy, and people really need that, you know, and most of the world does resonate because it's actually authentic, it's actually real. So those who get triggered by it, you know, there's a reason for that, and that's their journey. So yeah, so you're good, and I think you know that. I think all of this reading so far is confirmation. I do want to hone in and make sure we're staying aligned to my initial intention, which is calming the chaos, tap into your inner resolve to manifest your dream life. But it's like this is like your inner resolve is color and light and flow and fun. You know, like your inner resolve is being able to be all of yourself in the world around you, and all of your love and all of your color, and feeling like free, you know, like no matter what your circumstances are, no matter where you are, no matter who you're surrounded by, you it's like your spirit can finally just breathe and exist and not feel like they're a burden, or not feel like they're, you know, unwelcome. Like it's like we need you and we want you, and you finally recognize that fully. So okay, so we do have the Five of Cups, and then we have this Death Moth on the Five of Cups. I love the Death Moths. I actually am considering getting a tattoo of a Death Moth on my wrist next to my little bonk here. Well, this is you finally recognizing it's like a feeling of picking up the pieces of your life and recognizing you had these 2 full cups all along. It's like you knew those cups were there, but you're finally like drinking the cups. Like you're finally partaking of the cups, and you're able to just let sleeping dogs lie and like let those other glasses just let them go, let the broken cups. There's acceptance here. There's a really profound acceptance of where you've been, acceptance of, things that didn't work out the way you'd hoped. And there's a joy and like almost like a gratitude for where you're at now, and a recognition that you have your whole life ahead of you, and you have everything you need to continue to build your dream life, and all of the promises that the divine placed on your heart are valid still and are real still. And it feels like a letting go of how things show up, and a deepening into the promise and putting your faith there instead of looking around you and seeing lack. It's like you've shifted that mentality. Again, I feel like this reading is just complete confirmation of how far you come. And I think I really feel like I want to tell you, like, there's no going back to where you were before. Like, you did it. Like, you made it to the finish line of that past cycle, and you are in the beginning, the brand new fresh beginning of a new cycle, and there are no more loose ends to tie up. Like, I feel like you need to hear that. Like, you need to hear you did it, and congratulations. And from this place you can make decisions more clearly, more groundedly. Like there, you don't have to worry, you don't have to be concerned, because I feel like you're just working from a stronger, more centered place, and you won't falter. So we have the King of Cups here. I think there might be a person coming in for you that, or a person who's here with you that is going to be a guiding light for you, who's going to remind you of your worthiness. There is someone who sees you and honors you and loves you for all of who you are. There is someone who understands you, who is connected to you emotionally, spiritually, and mentally, and who is so supportive of you and wants you to go after your highest ideals, your highest dream. They believe in you so deeply. You may know who this person is. It could be someone in spirit, but it really just feels... I'm leaning masculine because it does say King of Cups, but it could be like just a masculine, leaning, energetically leaning like person. So take that as it resonates, or it could be someone who's brought you a lot of feelings of security and structure and support as well. So there is love coming from that person, that being, and they're just like encouraging you. There's just this like the whale here, is holding up a cup on his nose, and it makes me think of like someone who's holding you up, like supporting you and lifting you up and reminding you not to settle. There's something about this cup being lifted up in the sky, and the cup is representing your dreams and what you're manifesting and what you're creating. And ooh, you know what I just thought of? Have you ever done, there's something you can do with water where you like put your intentions in the water to manifest and then you drink it. So that could be something you want to do. That just came to my mind. I haven't thought about that forever. But that makes me want to do that. I don't think I ever ended up doing it. I just saw it one day and I was like, oh, that's cool. Someone was talking about it. Six of Swords, another water. I mean, it's not a water element card. It's a swords card. But look at this. It's total water vibes. And we have a sea turtle here. Two beautiful like sea mammals in your reading. So you could be, there's like artistic, intuitive vibes coming through. The Six of Swords, again, is this complete confirmation of what we spoke about. It is that like new horizon. It's like never going back and moving to calmer waters. Again, this whole reading so far is like, you did it. You did it. You got over the hump. Trust from here on out that every decision you make will be from that centered place, and you can't really get off track. And there's no falling into like the old like divots. I don't know where the word divot came up, but there's no falling into those pitfalls anymore. Those like little traps that like used to get ya, you know. Not anymore. It's impossible. You can't go back. You can't even free will your way into it. It's like your soul's like done. So I don't know, like the cords are cut, man. It's over. So get excited because your next steps are taking you somewhere really beautiful. Yeah, I don't know. Cool. Okay, so I'm going to pull our final card that I'm actually going to read from the guidebook for, because these cards don't have keywords, so it's a little harder to interpret. But I guess you could interpret from visuals. But yeah, let's pull your card from the A Little Rain Oracle and see what your final message is. Group number 1. Ooh, okay. Hydrangea, my flower of the month for what month are we in for August? My flower of the month for August on my Patreon. That's cool. If you'd like to check out my Patreon, please do so. The link is down below. I offer in-depth infinite prayer guided visualization and Reiki blessings every month, along with 2 readings. So it's a unique experience in there. It's really powerful and potent. So maybe some of you'd like to check that out. But yeah, let's go ahead and read from the book. We've got Hydrangea. Okay. Ooh, yes. Metamorphosis. We have the moth, the snake, the death card. Okay. I'm going to hold this up so just in case you want to like screenshot and read this later. Bundled together, bushy and bright. Metamorphosis, adaptability, and outspokenness. Bundled together, bushy and bright, hydrangeas are a popular choice for bouquets, floral arrangements, and decor, especially among the bridal community. The flowers dated back 65 million years and were initially found in Japan and were later introduced to Europe through the colonization of North America. The flowers get their color depending on the pH levels of the soil. Did not know that. That's super cool. Acidic soil yields blue and lavender shades, and alkaline soil gives pink and red. Just by changing fertilizer mixes, you can control and alter the color of your flowers. I did not know that. That is so cool. Traditionally, the flower is considered a token of forgiveness and peace in its native land, Japan. But it's in the duality of the flower's colors that we find a lesson to be learned. Hydrangeas show great adaptability and flexibility in terms of change and environment. They'll survive in acidic or alkaline climates, with the only result being a difference in appearance. Their resilience and diversity represent a strong show of faith and determination. So when you draw this card, use it to channel your inner warrior. Seek to not only survive in whatever circumstance life throws your way, but to thrive. You may be going through some significant life changes soon, so the card serves as a means to help you prepare. You need to change with the times rather than expect the times to change with you. Whether circumstances of change are foreseen or not, you need to open your heart and soul to the opportunities the universe is bringing your way. This could show up in shifting personal boundaries or reevaluating your morals. Let others know how you're feeling and allow them to help you facilitate these changes. They're the soil and you're the flower. You'll turn into something even more beautiful no matter which direction life pulls you in. So embrace it and go with the flow. Okay, so this is foretelling great change for you, and this is saying there's a potential here for you to not just survive this change, but thrive in this change. So, for instance, in what I'm predicting for you is that you're having like really beautiful change that you want and that you desire. This is the energy that's been coming through. And so maybe sometimes we can be a little triggered there, like with the Healing Wounds card. And we talked about, that energy of realizing you're safe and things like that. So it's almost like just a reminder that, I feel like you don't even need this reminder, but like you are going to be not only just okay, but you can thrive in whatever circumstance is thrown your way. You have the energy reserves for it. You have the motivation. You have the gumption. You have the will. Like, you have the self-esteem. Like, you can do this and you can thrive here. And in this next phase of your journey, this next step of your journey, no matter what it looks like or how it shifts. So, and trust your decisions that you're making. Trust like the gut decisions you're making, because, and it did say, whatever changes that come, it doesn't matter what they are, you're still going to thrive. Again, you can't go back to how you were. You're in thrive mode now, no matter what happens. So just remember that and trust that. Where you go from here is up to you and not up to your circumstances. So, alrighty, thank you so much, group number 1. This was a really beautiful reading. I am honored by your presence, and I hope I see you in another one. Bye. All right, my lovely human. If you'd like to be supported by me more deeply through powerful energy healing transmissions that serve as monthly anchor points to keep you grounded and aligned to your most fulfilling and abundant path, along with access to a growing collection of exclusive soulful pick-a-flower readings, I'd be honored to have you in the sacred space of my Little Flower Patreon community. My intention is for this space to be a spiritual lifeline to healing, clarity, and soul alignment, a sacred container that leaves you feeling free and safe to unfold into your most authentic and abundant nature. I've made this accessible at just $8 per month, intentionally so, as the number 8 symbolizes abundance, balance, and unity. If you feel called, feel free to like, comment, or subscribe to the Little Flower YouTube channel, as all of these exchanges help not only for my channel growth, but for me to feel connected to the fabric of the community who finds their way into the energetic space I've created. Feel free to browse my single infinite prayer energy healing transmissions, check out my adorable merch featuring my bee and flowers logo and the phrase, "Hello, lovely human," and leave me a tip, or in other words, buy me a coffee if you feel called to. I sometimes offer personal readings, so be on the lookout for open slots for those as well. Everything you'll need is listed in the description box below. Last but not least, I have another YouTube channel called Soul Hearken, which is my heart and soul in video form. If you feel called to it, I'd be honored to have you over there as well. With so much gratitude, I send you prayers of happiness, peace, health, and wealth. You are honored and loved. Hello, lovely human. Welcome to The Little Flower. If you haven't been to my channel before, my name is Krista, and I use the presence and essence of flowers along with the tarot to deliver messages to help you align to your most authentic and abundant nature and path. So for today's reading, the message or prompt that downloaded into my being as I was, organizing these flowers because they were a little chaotic is calming the chaos, tap into your inner resolve to manifest your dream life. So this is the energy of just helping you to make sense of seeming chaos or seeming indecision or seeming like overwhelm or seeming like things that seem like there's no clarity or there's no groundedness around it or no calm when it comes to the path you're taking towards your dreams, and finding instead, because it almost feels like taking your attention off of external things and bringing it inward and focusing inward into your internal compass. At least for you, group number 2, that's what it's feeling like right now. It's like we're just honing in and we're just tapping into the truth of our soul, and we're not looking outside of us anymore. We're just listening to our own being because the truth is held within. So you chose group number 2 with the Garden Dahlia, and the Garden Dahlia symbolizes dignity, confidence, and subtle beauty. And look at her, just beauty. I love this dahlia flower. They have been growing out on the deck all summer, and this is the first time I finally just picked one and to use in the reading. But yeah, love the dahlia. And it's such a happy, it's like a happy, subtle beauty that this flower exudes, and just always popped out at me on the deck. So I'm going to put this right up here to be a little presence with us during our reading. And you chose the overarching theme from the tarot landscapes, the Page of Wands, and this is super cute. As I was shuffling earlier, I saw this and I was like, oh, that's cute. I've never seen that. And here it is. And I love that there's a dandelion. There's like a little ground squirrel with a dandelion. So it's almost like he's making a wish. And this is the vibe. This is the vibe. This is you making a wish. But it's like coming from this place of centeredness and knowing who you are and just blowing the little, seed sprouty things out into the wind and trusting that they'll land where they need to land, and that all the support will land at your feet. So beautiful, beautiful. I'm gonna put this right up here. This is the energy of a new beginning in creativity, a new spark of inspiration in your life that feels really resonant to who you are. It's subtle, just like the subtle beauty of the Dahlia. The truth is quiet, and the inspiration for your next steps will come in a very, when you're at a very calm and quiet place, and it will be that still small voice within, for sure, that will guide you forward into where you're meant to be. You will feel when you make decisions, or maybe you have a big decision coming up, but either way, it will a calm, a stillness will wash over you, and you'll know you're going in the right direction. You are meant for a joyful, beautiful, fulfilled life, and you are walking that path. And my advice to you is to calm your nervous system, calm your mind, whatever it takes to do that. And it could take weeks, it could be intentional, day after day, doing things to nourish your body and spirit and soul, and to get yourself to a point of calm. But once you're at that place, the truth will be unearthed. The spark of inspiration for what you're going to do will come next, and it will be so clear, and you won't question it at all. Okay, I'm going to pull a couple cards from the Prairie Majesty and see what else comes through. There's not a strong current yet. I'm feeling it's like trickles of little messages coming through, and that's kind of the vibe right now. It's now I'm seeing it sprinkling outside. I mean, it's not actually sprinkling, but it's like I'm just having a vision of it's sprinkling rain and just little droplets here and there. When you're outside and it's like spitting rain, it's like you just catch one on your cheek and you're like, oh, I think it's gonna rain. It's that energy, and then a downpour. So it's making me think of abundance. It's making me think of you being surprised. It's like something starting to trickle in for you that's really beautiful. That could be money. It could be just whatever blessings you're calling in. It's like they start to trickle in little amounts, and you're like, whoa, this is so cool. And then you're surprised by the windfall that just comes soon after, and you're just in awe of it. And it's like a warm summer day, so you're just letting the rain fall and you feel amazing in it, and it's so invigorating and freeing and clearing, and it's all these blessings that it almost feels like they've been backed up in a way, because it just feels like they're all coming in at once. So let's keep going and see what else comes in, because this is a really beautiful energy. Okay, so we have the stink bug with the word flip, and it says, how does the situation look and feel from a different view? Okay. And then our second Prairie Majesty card is take over the black-footed ferret with, is it time to reclaim and reinvent the structures in my life? Interesting. Now the energy is like shifting all of a sudden, and it feels a little bit more like I'm feeling this like determination coming through, and this power wanting to come through. Like this, it could border into like overly like trying to plow through and like less subtle, which we'll maybe get into that. But there is like, I can tell you have a lot of motivation and a lot of energy to make change happen. But I think the energy that came through in the beginning of the reading, where we were like not looking externally, we were like pulling inward and focusing on our internal journey and the step-by-step guidance as we go, and focusing on that inner determination and like that point of attraction, as opposed to like, we're not trying to force, we're not trying to like, you know, control, we're attracting and we're following guidance, which is literally guidance from our soul, guidance from ourself. It doesn't have to feel like we're following guidance from external thing, you know, or like an external quote unquote, like that's not, I don't even know if I'm saying that right, but like an external God is within. God exists within you. So when you feel guidance, it's not coming from an outer place. Like this is the energy of someone who's decided, I'm not going to look for signs in the physical world anymore. I'm not going to get tarot readings for a while, which this is ironic because you're obviously getting a tarot reading. But if you feel called to take it back, and this is actually, I think, the guidance, to take it back and not listen to tarot readings and really, really get acquainted with that inner compass and that inner guidance system and trust in that and powerfully root into that. Like that's the vibe, you know, that's what's going to get you where you want to go. That's what's going to give you all the energy you need to get there along the way. That's what's going to remind you to take rests. That's what's going to remind you to have fun. Because if you're truly, truly aligned to that inner compass, inner guidance, a part of manifestation and a part of life creation is that there's a holistic element to it that takes in, that joy and that self-care and, that being in the present and living your life, so it's not all about like getting from point A to point B. It's about living your life. So again, yes, lovely. We're going to pull into that. Okay, I'm going to pull a couple cards from the Woodland Wardens and then we will get into the tarot. And the energy, I keep seeing a dichotomy with you. So the energy of the Page of Wands with this squirrel, with his dandelion that he can blow and make a wish. So those little wishes go outward. And so I keep seeing, this like external. Okay, let me realign. How do I put the message there? Maybe if I shuffle, it'll come back to me. Oh, okay. I had to look up at the screen for some reason and see it from a higher vantage point. And that's funny because how does this look and feel from a different view is here. And I had to look up. I have like a little screen up there that I can see what's going on in the, you get me. Sorry. I'm having a hard time with words right now. But are you distracted a lot? Because this is funny. I keep getting distracted. Maybe there can be an outsourcing of power sometimes, and that might be something you're working on, like personal agency and knowing that you can manifest whatever you want in the speed that you'd like to manifest it. And it feels like there's been an imbalance, like an over outsourcing of power to like, tarot readers, or like, these are examples. It doesn't have to be tarot readers, but like people who have advice for you or see like what is best for you in their own mind's eye, like that still have like a good intention, but like don't fully understand, or like, or even the divine, like when you outsource your power to like an external God, like, okay, God will show me the way and he'll give me signs in the external world. And, you're kind of like outsourcing things when God is, again, I'm saying this twice now, God is within you, and that your guidance, the only guidance system you need is the one that exists at the core of you. And I'm seeing it in your heart space. Like the center of it is in your heart space, but I'm seeing like a pillar in the middle of your being, and that beautiful heart space that just moves you forward. And it's like an inner knowing that can be strengthened more and more and more and more. And there's nothing wrong with divination. There's nothing wrong with asking for advice. There's nothing wrong with getting external reflections. But ultimately, I think you're being called into that alignment with that inner source, and just taking a minute to, a minute as in like a chunk of time, to really reconnect to that, because there might be limitations you're putting on yourself because of external voices or external reflections, or limitations that you've even put on like God, like, oh, God would, in the past it turned out this way and the divine took me down that path, but so it's going to be like that again, but like the rules from the past don't have to apply with where you are now. So we'll see what else we get here. So we have the beaver and the birch with home. I love that there's a beaver here. It's like this, beavers feel like hard workers. Home, that's a cool vibe too. I'll keep pulling. Let's see what else we got. Ooh, I don't know if I've ever seen this one. We have the quail and gooseberry with, anticipation. I think there's something that's about to shift in your life. Again, with that weird dichotomy of, there's like you're right about something changing and shifting, and you're right about dreams coming true, but I think it's going to like materialize in a way that you don't expect. So I think you're being called to be open-minded. Okay, let's get into the tarot from the Guardian of the Night Tarot. There's I'm not trying to there is really a corrective energy lacing the reading so far. Just like it's good to look forward. It's good to anticipate change, but we don't want to be rigid kind of thing. We want to be flexible. We want to be open. We want it. And I don't know if you've ever seen videos by Amanda Francis or read her book that's called Rich as Fuck. And so basically what she says is it's about aligning to a frequency. I mean, everybody says this is a manifestation technique, but aligning to the frequency of what it is you're desiring and what it is you're manifesting, and letting go of the how. So I think there's just a warning kind of, but that's a strong word. It's more like a reminder, hey, your consistent practice that's going to get you there more quickly is going to be that alignment to that inner compass, and that aligning to your desires, and consistently doing that, making it a practice. So doing guided meditations to align with your desires, or taking time out on your own to have just some peaceful moments where you can intend what it is that you want. And we're not necessarily intending specifics. We're intending, and sometimes it is specific. Sometimes there are non-negotiable, physical external reflections, and I want to validate that for you. But I think more than anything, it's the energetic frequency of the thing. And you can still have that mental image of what it is, but you need to have that energetic frequency of the thing, because that's going to keep you more open-minded to how it materializes. And it's more of a fun journey that way, just to be open-minded and go with the flow, and not be disappointed when something doesn't work out, because if you're tapped into that desire and the inevitability of it, you just know, oh wow, okay, well that didn't work out. Well, oh, I really thought it would have, because it looks like my desire, but I guess it's not. So whatever, shake it off and keep going, because my desire is coming, and it's going to be even better than that. And I'm going to understand it when it does come. So, yeah. Okay. So first tarot card, we have the Knight of Swords. I think that makes sense with what we've been talking about. The Knight of Swords can be a little impulsive, a little erratic. So we're honing that in. And anyway, let's keep pulling. Beautiful. King of Swords. Love that. It's almost like going from a knight to a king. We're honing in that mental energy. We're honing in that like manifestation power, that like powerful connection you have to spirit, and you have to you have a powerful ability to speak a new reality into existence, and you're just going to be doing it from that more centered place, and it's going to be much more like held in integrity and much more sure, and you are going to have a more beautiful and harmonious and flowing experience within that process. We have the Four of Wands. Okay, are you manifesting like a home, or like a new home, or maybe like a feeling of home within a partnership, or like manifesting like a feeling of family in some way or another, because we do have the beaver with and the birch with home, and then we have the Four of Wands, which is like home vibes. So like happy home, just celebratory. It can lend into marriage sometimes, but it is just such a joyful, happy, harmonious, beautiful, color filled, and just music filled home is like the vibe of it. Yeah, that's so beautiful. Gosh, I almost want to read, you know what, for whatever reason I feel like I want to read the guidebook. I don't typically do this for tarot cards, but I don't know, these two birds, they have something to say. Four of Wands. Okay. The noisy, well, they are noisy. Maybe that's why. The noisy, raucous magpie called out loudly as if there was any other way to represent the joyful Four of Wands. You are being offered the gift of a potent dose of positive energy. Lean wholeheartedly into the Four of Wands' energy. Can you feel that excitement swirling around as a celebration is approaching? Yes, something's approaching for you, like a celebration. Like there really is something coming. When you embrace a party spirit, you create a frequency that will open the door for an encounter with someone who will play a pivotal role in helping you achieve a desire. This person may end up being your next romantic relationship. They may have a connection to your dream job or future business partner. The key will be to let go of expectations and simply enjoy the party. Let go of any material desires and live in the moment, as that is how you will tune in and track the opportunity. That's amazing. Well, I kind of love that. There's a message here that someone's going to come in to support your dreams in a way. And there's going to be, like celebratory energy. It's like, it's telling you to, I think it's telling you to get in the energy of celebration and like having something to celebrate, because I think that's where you're going. So I think that will help you manifest it. That's beautiful. Let's keep pulling these tarot cards. Actually, I kind of want to mix them up a little bit more. Oh, here we go. Oh my God. Ten of Pentacles. So the Ten of Pentacles is amazing. I'm just going to pull a few more. Oh my God. You have the Queen of Pentacles and the Knight of Pentacles. Shut up right now. You are manifesting wealth. You are manifesting like a grounded, stable home life. You are manifesting like a beautiful home energy. There's like a feeling of luxury here, abundance, overflow, more than you know what to do with. And that's a phrase from Amanda Francis's book. Maybe you guys, like some of you guys really should go check out her book, because it actually was a really life-changing book for me. It's a really powerful book. But anyway, wow. And Knight of Pentacles is about like steady progress over time and consistency. So I really like this energy over here, because like everything else felt like really hyped up and like overly excited almost. Not that that's a bad thing. But I just wonder, it's like there's such an assurance here that you are on the right path and you're building something beautiful. And that energy that was coming in was like this borderline, like Is overwhelming the word? It was just a little, not even chaotic. There's like a middle ground between chaotic and like regular. Like what's one step up from regular right before chaotic? Like scattered or no? Frustrating. I can't find the word. I want to find the word. Punchy. I really, there's just like a unsettled. I think that might be the word. It's like there's a knowing, there's an excitement, but there's like an unsettled feeling around it where it's like, it doesn't have to feel like that. It could feel really calm and grounded and rooted and like to this point where when you arrive at the manifested reality, you are so like connected and centered to that inner core of you, and you've done consistent work around like grounding into that, that when you arrive in that reality, you are fully like, there's almost like an air of, oh, of course this was going to happen. I'm like you're happy and you're overjoyed and you're celebrating, but it's from a place of like inevitable, like this was always inevitable and it's finally here and I'm safe in it now, like I knew it all along, and I'm just so like, you feel so grounded and so validated, and so it's just a beautiful energy. So that's your potential. Like these dreams are coming to fruition one way or another, but the speed in which they come and the energy in which you end up embodying them when they do arrive is all dependent on your ability to continue to take a few steps back and listen to that inner voice and trust in what you're being called to do. And when you're being called to go and take a breather and meditate, or even just like go have fun, take a break, go veg out, like whatever it is you're being called to do in the moment to make yourself feel better, calmer, more sane, more human, not just like a progress machine, that we just have to make sure that we're consistently doing that, because then when we're in that celebratory energy, it's just that much sweeter. So that's really beautiful so far. So let's see. I feel like with that message of someone coming in to support you, we have the King of Swords here as well. So it could be an air element, an astrological sign. That would be Gemini, Libra, or Aquarius? Yeah, Aquarius. I think there's also this feeling of this excess energy that we've been talking about. There's a place for it. Like, if it's like properly like organized within your being, it is so useful, and like you can pull on the reserve of it when the time is right. But I think because it almost feels externalized, if that makes sense. Like if we're looking at an energy body, like this is your energy body, and like I'm feeling it in my heart space, but it's like over to the right and like right outside of my heart space, when this energy needs to be existing within my heart space. So yeah, that externalization is really a thing. Like we mentioned, looking external for validation, and it needs to come from within. Work on that. And this really does feel like it's coming. This is not like a warning that, oh, you're not going to manifest your dreams if you don't do this. It's more like coming from a place of care and love for you, and like wanting you to have a good experience through your journey, and wanting you to feel safe and grounded and like stabilized in your body, and like wanting you to connect more to central energy and like calmness within, and like humanness, and just feeling like safe in your humanness, and not feeling so like we don't want to feel strung out. We don't want to get like, I don't see you getting burnt out. That doesn't feel like it, but it feels like there could be, a little bit of like imbalance, and that's really all it is. It's not a huge deal, but that love, like the love that's coming in to remind you is just like, like you just deserve to be so embodied in the joy of this next phase of your life. So please, please, please take care of yourself. Like, we love you. Just please, like, you deserve to embody it all and feel it all when it comes. And you deserve to just, feel that love. So that's really beautiful. Okay, so I'm going to pull a final message from the A Little Rain Oracle. And this message, I am going to read from the guidebook. So, this one just popped right out. And we have something called Combi or Combe. And it's a very interesting looking lily type flower that looks like a jellyfish. So we shall see. I'm having a lot of fun with you guys in general, like group number 1, group number 2. Like, it feels very fun. So maybe you guys all have a lot to celebrate. Okay, so we have Combe. Here we are. I'll put the flower up here so you can see it as I read. Okay, so consideration, caution, and confusion. I think that makes sense with what we were talking about. Strophanthus combe has been used for natural healing and medicine since ancient times and provides the perfect alternative healing solution for heart troubles and healthy blood flow. Its medicinal properties were discovered in the 19th century when an avid botanist and plant explorer called Sir John Kirk brought the plant into the United Kingdom. One day, the plant's juice ended up on his toothbrush by mistake, and when ingested accidentally, the explorer experienced a drop in heart rate. While this may make the plant sound like a wondrous elixir, users should be wary. The root of the plant was historically crushed up to create poisoned arrowheads for hunting. They say the difference between poison and tonic is the dosage. What doesn't kill you makes you stronger, but what if it could do both? The duality of this unique medicinal plant shows how nature provides the ailment and cure in one beautiful package. The combi flower reminds us that knowledge is the key to assessing issues accurately. This card suggests that the user could be facing confusion and inner turmoil due to a lack of introspection. Your current dilemma raises an essential question you don't need to answer immediately, but one that is crucial to ponder. Think about whether you're overexerting yourself or underexerting yourself. Where do you need to try slowing down or speeding up, respectively? Take this as a sign to take efforts to strike the perfect balance between your emotions, work, or passions. Don't look at others and their achievements for answers. This is blowing my mind how accurate this is. Your only competition should be yourself. Yes, you are a person with unique skills, quirks, and dreams, so focus on your journey and make sure you are shooting for the stars. Similarly to the intricate details of choosing the combe dosage, you must find the fine line to accomplish all you set out to accomplish. Combe. What's that? There's a, I know there's like a, oh no, that's frog venom. There is something, I can't remember the name of it. It sounded like combe in my head. But I know there's like a medicinal thing that's called, it's like frog venom, and it like makes you hallucinate and like throw up and stuff. So it made sense for the message. But anyway, sorry, I'm rambling. I don't know what that's called. Okay, so ultimately, it is just a reminder, once again, that this journey to life creation is beautiful and harmonious, but your present moment is too. And you're meant to align to that. So, big reminder there. So, alrighty, group number 2. Thank you so much for being here. I am honored by your presence, and I hope I see you in another one. Bye. All right, my lovely human. If you'd like to be supported by me more deeply through powerful energy healing transmissions that serve as monthly anchor points to keep you grounded and aligned to your most fulfilling and abundant path, along with access to a growing collection of exclusive soulful pick-a-flower readings, I'd be honored to have you in the sacred space of my Little Flower Patreon community. My intention is for this space to be a spiritual lifeline to healing, clarity, and soul alignment, a sacred container that leaves you feeling free and safe to unfold into your most authentic and abundant nature. I've made this accessible at just $8 per month, intentionally so as the number 8 symbolizes abundance, balance, and unity. If you feel called, feel free to like, comment, or subscribe to the Little Flower YouTube channel, as all of these exchanges help not only for my channel growth, but for me to feel connected to the fabric of the community who finds their way into the energetic space I've created. Feel free to browse my single infinite prayer energy healing transmissions, check out my adorable merch featuring my bee and flowers logo and the phrase, "Hello, lovely human," and leave me a tip, or in other words, buy me a coffee if you feel called to. I sometimes offer personal readings, so be on the lookout for open slots for those as well. Everything you'll need is listed in the description box below. Last but not least, I have another YouTube channel called Soul Hearken, which is my heart and soul in video form. If you feel called to it, I'd be honored to have you over there as well. With so much gratitude, I send you prayers of happiness, peace, health, and wealth. You are honored and loved. Hello, hello, lovely human. Welcome to The Little Flower. If you haven't been to my channel before, my name is Krista, and I use the presence and essence of flowers along with the tarot to deliver messages to help you align to your most authentic and abundant nature and path. So, just as I pressed record right before I looked at my phone, and it was, 1:11 here in Canada, and then I have a second time on there because my hometown is in Illinois, and it's 11:11 in Illinois. So I thought that was super cool. It was like 471s, which number 7 is a number of the divine, so I mean that's even better. So really beautiful start to this reading. It gave me so much joy, and it also, like, there is something really, like, I'm almost getting emotional about it. It's so silly. So yeah, it's silly. But lavender. So I love lavender. I love lavender oil. I love lavender the plant. The smell of it just resonates so deeply with me. It is so, like, such a calming, comforting plant for me. And this is actually the first time I've ever used lavender in one of my readings, which I'm like, how, why, what? This is crazy. So it represents like a motherly kind of, like a maternal love and calm and comfort. And so I just love lavender. Here she is. I wonder if she has anything to say to you. I kind of want to ask the lavender. You got anything to say, lavender? It's like it is, again, that motherly energy is coming through. Like, I'm supporting you on your journey. I support you no matter what. Any decision you make, I'm here. I'm ready and here for it. So let's do it. Like, I'm on board with whatever you're doing, and I love you no matter what. That's the energy. So, you know, whether this is coming from an actual mother figure in your life, a mother in spirit, or an energy that you need right now, perhaps. There is this beautiful, it could be Mother Earth, you know, it's like a nurturing and supportive and loving, kind energy that's just so, and like loves you so deeply and so unconditionally. And any decision you could ever make would never disappoint this being, this person, this energy, this, you know, Pachamama, Mother Earth. So you're so held and so unconditionally loved. And it's reminding me of this time that I went to Sedona, and, you know, in my humanness, I was just having like an aversion to people for some reason, that moment. And I went to, I think it was called Cathedral Rock. And, you know, I was really like revering the landscape, and I was like tapping into the energy. They call them, what do they call them? It's so funny that I can't think of the word. Well, anyway, it's like portals in a way. Like there are different vortex. That's what it is. Vortexes, energetic vortexes around Sedona that are really powerful. And I agree. Like, I went to a bunch of them. I went to like 3 or 4 of them, and they all had different energies. And the Cathedral Rock is what I'm talking about right now. And that was a very motherly, like, feminine energy. And I remember seeing all these people, and like everybody's just like there to climb it and to climb as high as they can, and they're just like having fun, and they don't really care, and they're not like, and I was like journaling and like having profound insights and like being like, whoa, the energy here is insane, and I'm just gonna honor this and, you know, have this like spiritual experience. And I remember being annoyed, and I was journaling about that, and I just felt like the presence of this motherly spirit of this cathedral rock came through and was like, no, these are my babies. I'm happy they're having fun. I'm happy they're like climbing to the top of the rocks. Like this is not disrespectful to me at all. Like I love every one of my babies. So it was really interesting to me because I think I was just being a little holier than thou, I guess. But there's, the divine is so unconditionally loving and like a mother. And so anyway, maybe this is the energy you need right now. Oh, I forgot to put group number 2's flower away. I'll put this over here. And we're going to place your lavender right over here as a presence in our reading. So I pulled an overarching theme card from the Tarot Landscapes, and your tarot card is, the 3 of Cups. That's a card of celebration, a community. I love there's a waterfall and a fish here. It's a very lush looking, like abundant energy coming through on the card. I actually, for some reason, and I haven't done this with any of the others as far as the tarot landscape goes, I want to read the 3 of Cups card. Again, I did this in group 2, but I don't typically read the tarot deck meanings, but I feel called to. 3 waterfalls descend to the river where a trout leaps, a symbol of primitive freedom. Ooh, love that. 3 streams of clear water are 3 young sisters who agree to meet up and travel over the stone down to the current. Within the landscape of the 3 cups, you experience the feeling of sisterhood as an egalitarian and joyful closeness, where the power becomes all the stronger as more is shared. Beauty and transparency form the fabric of this arcana, in which you can abandon worries and immerse yourself in the vital element by discovering or renewing an affinity with the people you love. I love that. Positive sisterhood, sociality, negative chatting, scarce relations. Okay. So it does feel like a renewed harmony with like people, and this could translate in so many ways, of course, but it could be like with society, could be with your culture, could be with your family, could be with your friend group, or entering into a new energy of community, letting new people in. But the energy here so far does feel very like interrelated human connections, and it's very grounded and rooted. There's such a, again, like divine feminine energy lacing the reading so far. Just a connectedness, a nurturing energy, and a love. And I think this is something you must be manifesting. Oh my gosh, I'm so sorry. I forgot to tell you the topic of the reading today. Calming the chaos. Tap into your inner resolve to manifest your dream life. And it seems as though part of your dream life is this harmonized connection to the people around you, an attraction of people who resonate, that kind of thing, like feeling really immersed and harmonized in your community, basically. So we'll get into more details once I pull more cards, but that's kind of the initial energy coming through. And of course, that unconditional love. And I feel like there's a message here that you are welcome in any environment, and like any group would be honored to have you be a part of it and connected to them. So I think there's like a worthiness kind of just being connected to really good people, and there's a recognition of like your oneness with humanity coming through. And wow, it's really profound and really beautiful. There's a feeling of family, like purpose within community. Yeah, we'll keep digging. I'm gonna pull some cards from the Prairie Majesty Oracle and see what else comes through. So yeah, like my topic came through because I was, as I was channeling, or as I was organizing these flowers up here, it was like really chaotic and I was having a hard time getting them all to like balance out. And that's why I got that message of like calming the chaos and finding that calm resolve that can help you move forward in what you're creating in your life. Okay. So we have breathe. Do I accept myself without judgment? Earthworm. And digest. What am I cleaning up or converting? Turkey vulture. So it's interesting that we have breathe and digest, which are automatic processes of the body. These are things we do that we don't have to think about. So that's interesting to me. It's instinctual. And this, again, with this rooted earthy energy, we have the literal earthworm, that lives in soil. So that's definitely interesting. There's a message here that your connection to other people, a potential person, to humanity in general, to your place in all of it, is natural. It's instinctual. It's something that's a part of who you are. And you will naturally attract those you're meant to be around. So if with the do I accept myself without judgment, it feels as though there might be some insecurities when it comes to being included or feeling connected. And again, take this as it resonates. This could be someone manifesting a partnership. This could be someone like entering into a new community at work. But it does have to do with community, people, and connection. And this is you healing insecurities around that. Yeah. I mean, I guess it's as simple as that. I'm going to pull a couple cards from the Wooden Wardens to see what else we can dig in and find here. And with the earthworms make the soil more fertile. I just saw a snail, by the way, on here too. So there is something there about like that close to the ground, slow. Yeah, like feels very instinctual. So this card wants to come out. We have it could be a partnership. You're manifesting, because we have the finch and peach with romance. A lot of you might be. This might be about a partnership or potential partnership. And we have the skunk and magnolia with protection. For those who it resonates with, this is like joining a community and finding that person. And finding that person who deeply resonates with the core of you and who like integrates into your life as it is in a seamless way, who like likes all your friends, loves your family, like someone who feels like home, someone who like introduces you to their friends and you feel like home in their world. It's like two seamless integrations of two worlds that just naturally collide, but in the most beautiful, powerful, it's like an amplification of love and connection that is happening. So really nice. This is cool. I like that protections here, because I did pick up on that little bit of insecurity, but we'll see where that message leads us. That's interesting, because even I have like an insecurity of doing a reading, like a love reading, like, because first of all, I never want to like lead people on. I don't do love readings for that reason, but sometimes the love readings will like pop into one of these types of readings. So, for instance, this is like tapping into what you're manifesting, finding that calm there. I mean, you're manifesting this community and this partnership. And anyway, yeah, I think there's like a hesitancy I'm tapping into, or like a questioning of, like a questioning of, I'm just going to say a questioning, because I was waiting for the word to find me, but it didn't find me. I'm just going to dig into the tarot. Page of Wands. Three of Wands. Temperance. Six of Wands, the Sun, and of course we have the Two of Cups. Okay. It's like definite confirmation for me because I'm doing that annoying thing that I literally just talked about in one of my videos that I told people not to do, to do in their YouTube channel for tarot, is try to make things resonate for everyone. So I'm going to say for like 90% of you, this is like a love reading. And something that came through, it was a feeling of like, you're sleeping on something. You're sleeping on a potential in your life. It's like there is a potential here to grow love, to meet the right person, and you're ripe and ready for it, but you are like sleeping on it for whatever reason. Like there's no focus on it. There's no like conscious like attraction of it. Like you're not really caring one way or another. Like we're not in an energy of like anticipation about it at all. Like we're just and I'm not judging this, by the way. I'm not saying this is right or wrong. Because it almost sounded like I came off with that energy, but that's just kind of what I'm picking up on. Like I don't really care. I don't see it happening. Like some of you might be saying like, I don't see it happening soon anyway, so I'm not going to think about it. But it does feel like a truly like I'm okay either way kind of thing. And this Two of Cups is like, well, you're sleeping on the magic of the process in a way by doing that. It doesn't mean because you don't care, because you're not thinking about it, or because you're kind of dismissing it and just not focusing on it, that it can't come in. But there's like signs and synchronicities that are kind of happening all around you that you're not even seeing. There are energetic frequencies and connections to this next person that like are revealing themselves to you constantly, but you dismiss them. And so that's interesting. It's like, whereas group number 2, they were being called inward to not look outward, but this is like, look around for the signs. Keep your nose and your nose and eyes and ears perked up to the signs and the synchronicities. It's like, it's really beautiful that you're detached, and that part of this you can keep. But there's magic in the air right now, and there's love in the air right now, and you're attracting love as we speak, and you're not even realizing it, which is funny. So if you want, it's up to you. There's no pressure here. It's just like, hey, if you want, there's some magic available to you. Like all these cards have all these little sparklies, and those are really popping out to me right now. But like the magic of your love journey is available to witness and experience, even if you are still like single, you know. It's there, and it's like, I think there's gonna be like there's magic available to you that would help crack open your heart and would help you feel like more reassured and more settled and more secure moving forward to meet someone. Like it's like almost like the energies that want to present themselves to you are energies that will help you feel calm and safe and like at home, you know, and like, oh, like this is how it's going to feel. So I don't have to worry at all. Like I don't have to stress at all. And maybe some of you are like putting it on the back burner because you don't want to stress about it. And maybe sometimes you have, like we kind of tapped on some like insecurity earlier when it came to like connections and stuff. So it could be something like that. Like maybe subconsciously you're just like I feel insecure about that. And this isn't for everyone, by the way. This could be, just take it as it resonates. But, you know, it's like, yeah, I feel insecure about that, so I'm just not even going to touch it. Like if someone comes into my life, great. And if it works, great. But I think that there's like a preparatory energetic like frequency that you're meant to align to, or that you have the opportunity to align to right now, that will help you just feeling safe and grounded and rooted. And when this person does come in, you will feel like more ready, if that makes sense. Like and it will like like you'll be tapped into the magic a little bit more, and you'll see the, but it feels like a calm and steady magic that isn't like flashy. It's subtle, and it feels natural and good. And so it's magic that makes you feel like yourself and makes you feel like ultimately safe in your body and your being and who you are. And like, so open up to it. Like, just literally all you have to do, we can do it together right now. Like, just open up your spirit and like breathe. And you don't have to participate if you will, of course. Take a few deep breaths and say, God, universe, angels, guides, I've been sleeping on the magic of my love trajectory, of my love potential in my life, and I want to open up to it now. I want to see that rose in my heart blossom and open and be soft and receptive, because I feel and know someone's coming in, and I want to be as receptive as I can to them. And I know I'm safe in doing this, and I know the right person, when they come in, I will feel grounded and safe and calm and rooted, and it will be okay. And there won't be fear, and there won't be insecurity. It will feel right, you know? So I'm opening to that right now, and I want to see the magic and the signs, and like, I'm open. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Okay, yes, that's like the little ritual that you needed to do. Cool. Yay, you're open to love now. Yay. Okay, I like the Six of Wands being here. That's cool. The Six of Wands is about being seen. And this, in a weird way, I feel like this little exercise like perked up an antenna in your being, and like it almost feels like a beacon of light got like shone out of your crown, and like now it's like that person can find you more easily. So it's like more obvious to them, like they'll be more able to like be attracted in, like a fly, like a fly. That's not a good, like a moth to a flame, we'll say that. But yeah, so beautiful. I love that the sun's here too. The sign of Leo was popping into my mind, because this lion on top of the Two of Cups actually was really speaking to me earlier too. So the sign of Leo could be important, or a fire sign. And then we also have the male lion and the female lion, which is super cool. Although, is that a female lion? They're in a tree. Might be like a cougar, a jaguar. Okay, it's a mountain lion or a cougar, so never mind. That takes away my whole like symbolism of a male and female. But that's all right. It could be the idea of like two people who don't seem like they'd go together, but they fit together seamlessly. That could be for some of you. Anyway, we have over here on the left, we have Temperance, the Three of Wands, and the Page of Wands. Temperance is about healing. It can be about transformation. We have a frog here. I just happened to open up to the Page of Wands. I was going to read the Three of Wands, but the bird on the Page of Wands is called the bowerbird. And it says, this fanciful bird is an artist, a romantic, and it takes animal creativity to a whole new level by creating a work of art that seduces a mate. The bowerbird combs the land looking for bright, glittery, complementary objects with an eye toward the aesthetic as it designs an entrance to its nest. When the Page of Wands appears, your current situation will benefit from conjuring up a little enthusiasm, adding a little panache. Yeah, like you're meant to be excited and like, yeah, enthusiastic about what's coming or who's coming. Take a deep breath and call upon that courage you have burning within, because it is ready to ignite change. Love that. I think that's super cool. I think it's super cool that I opened up to a card I didn't even intend on reading, and there was like a love message in a card that doesn't typically, mean anything about love necessarily. So that's such confirmation that love is coming for you. The fact that you clicked on a reading that I didn't intend on being about love, and It's a love reading. I think that's another confirmation for you. I think you really need to like let that sink in, that this is happening for you, that you're meant to attract this person into your life, and you are a powerful attractor. There's something here about personal agency and you getting on board with it. You know, you saying yes to it energetically, you putting it out there, and trusting that you wouldn't be led to the wrong person, and you'll know if it is, and trusting that in that like still small voice within to tell you when something's right, trusting in your bodily compass, your soul's compass, to know what's going on, because it feels as though like you've been holding back, and this is a part of like the holistic creation of your life, of your dreams, and this part of you and this desire that exists within you wants to be a part of the whole. Like whatever it is you're creating in your life that you're excited about externally away from this, obviously you've got something going on because this has been on the back burner. You're meant to open your heart back up to love, to an expansion in love. To an expansion in your horizons of what's possible in love. Beautiful. And I think even this, like with temperance being here, this journey will be very, very healing to your heart. This preparatory journey with God and with this soulmate that's meant to come in. I think there's some bridge building that's going to be happening there, and yeah, just some deep healing, and it feels like it's in your heart space, and there's a joy that wants to come through, and in anticipation and excitement. Yeah, like a sense of not only worthiness. Worthiness doesn't really seem to be the issue. It feels more like possibility and like inevitability of it, and like the reality of it. Like it's true, it's real, and it can and will be reflected to you in a physical human being form, you know, and in a real relationship. So yeah, open your heart, open your soul. This person is coming, absolutely 100%. They're out there, and they're opening their heart right now as we speak. They're putting out their antenna right now as we speak. You know, they respond to you and you respond to them, and it's really beautiful. I want to pull a few more of the tarot landscapes to see what else comes through. I didn't do this with the other two groups. We got some blockages. Here we go. There's a deeper message here. It's like I feel like I'm digging through. I mean, it doesn't seem like anything crazy. It just seems like I'm digging through, like, there are a lot of flowers here, like in my head. I mean, there are literally a lot of flowers, but maybe that's just me. But it's like there are a lot of flowers. There's a lot of like vegetation. It feels like I'm digging through vegetation, like lush vegetation, to find like a hidden gem underneath. It's interesting. Okay. So we have the Ace of Pentacles. That's very reassuring. That is a new beginning in the material world. It's a true and real offer. So for instance, I'm thinking of the metaphor of someone who perhaps like that you've cared for a long period of time, and they've never really, you know, like showed up in a really profound way. Like maybe they've been holding themselves back. And maybe even like this energetic frequency alignment that you've created within your being, where you became more receptive to this love that's meant for you, and emphasis on the one that's meant for you. Because if this is a past thing, that basically what I'm saying is they would show up with a real, true, legitimate offer, like a thing that, you know, really helped. Like the way you'll recognize it as true and legitimate is it's like a true vulnerable offering that really puts their heart on the line. Like it's something they're doing that puts themselves a little out of their comfort zone. Like if someone's been holding back, you know, if it's not someone you know, then this is someone who shows up and immediately they are like showing up literally for you in ways that no one ever has, you know, like showing up consistently in being respectful and communicative and just very much like profoundly honoring you, and like the proofs in the pudding kind of thing. Like it's obvious how much they honor and respect you because of their actions, their legitimate actions. It's very real. It's very rooted. The intention is pure. This is someone who wants to actually materialize and ground something into the world with you. And so you'll know it when it comes, because it's like you're going to have a bodily reaction to it. Like it will feel safe in your body, and it will feel very connected and real and rooted and grounded. Like there's no mistaking it. Maybe some of you have like a concern that you'll mistake it, or you'll like let it pass you by on accident, or you'll like accidentally let the wrong person in and get hurt. There's no mistaking this. So don't worry. Like I feel like even just the reality that you're being called to open your heart up and be more vulnerable in attracting this is saying so much in your readiness for this. Okay, couple more. Okay, oop, there we go. We have one. The 10 of Pentacles. This is a lifelong partner. This is someone that you're going to build a beautiful life with. You're going to build a legacy with. This is two whole people with their own resources, with their own like lives, and like in independence, but coming together and like pooling their resources and like building something really amazing together, like supporting one another in each other's dreams. It's almost like, you know, this person coming into your life only magnifies your potential, only magnifies like your truth. And in a weird way, it's like if you've ever had a fear that someone might come into your life and you'd have to compromise like who you are, it's the opposite of that. This is someone who comes in and magnifies parts of yourself that you didn't even know existed. Like you are like the 3 of Wands we have here, like expansion energy. Like this person ignites the expansion of your soul, the expansion of your gifts, the expansion of your creativity, your love, your potential, your purpose. They expand everything in you, and like that's what you do for them as well. And the last card we have here is the Moon. That's interesting because I almost mentioned the 3 moon. First of all, these 2 glowing moons is what really stuck out to me, the full moons. So we have 3 full moons here, and then we have a blood moon, like I think it's a full moon eclipse. It's called a blood moon. And the moon card is about like things yet to be seen. In this context, for some reason, I'm thinking of a literal full moon. You could meet around a literal full moon. That's just a very specific for some of you. But there's a feeling of, and full moons are about like things coming to fruition, and it's making me think of like the cycles of things, and there's timing for things. There's a right time for things, and trusting in that. We've got another frog here. We got a frog and a moth. With the moon typically representing, there's a huge potential. Sorry, I'm getting sidetracked by the 10 of Pentacles here. Again, there's a huge potential for you both to grow like massive wealth together, and like create a sense of stability and strength and security within each other as a unit. And that's beautiful. And of course, family. 10 of Pentacles is about family. So there's a potential there for a family to grow between you as well. I just wanted to mention that. The moon again, it's like an elusive kind of energy. And it's like it comes in and out, you know, and maybe that's how this love journey has been for you. You know, maybe you've caught glimpses of what it's supposed to feel like. And, you know, and then you thought maybe at certain times it was time and it wasn't. Or, yeah, like I think, yeah, you kind of know what's coming, and you've had signs in the past. And I wonder if this like shutting down and just like not really caring about it is like a feeling of, I don't know, honestly, it feels good in a way. It feels like you know what is meant to happen for you. And so you're focusing on like yourself. So there's such a positive quality to it. Just as like, so there's never, like, there's no judgment there. Again, it's just this interesting suggestion to open up. And I kind of think that's magical and beautiful because, like, who knows? Maybe it's like tomorrow, you know, like that's so beautiful. I love that. Yeah, so much magic awaits you moving forward and so much love. And you're so worthy of this love. And you'll see when it comes to fruition, it will make perfect sense and it will enliven you and awaken you. And I heard that phrase, like, live by the sun and love by the moon. You do have the sun card here too. Wow, you have the sun and the moon. Aw, maybe that's like a balance, like yin and yang, harmony. I mean, we do have the Two of Cups. It's a card of harmonious relationships. There is such a beautiful balance. Maybe you're the moon and they're the sun, or vice versa. But either way, this moon card doesn't really, it's not giving me the typical moon vibes of like that illusion and darkness. It's giving me like illumination. It's giving me beauty. It's giving me like the nights are so much more filled with love and light and color and texture because of this new person. You know, it's like your life is like the day and the night are just filled with so much life. Yeah. And it's because of this person coming in, and it's like your life feels more fleshed out. Your world feels like more dynamic and more alive in general. Sorry, I feel like I'm kind of like saying the same things over and over. Sorry if that's bothersome. It's interesting energy to channel because it's subtle and beautiful and natural. So there's not like punchy messages. There's just like a quiet, calm beauty and love that just exists, and it's home, you know? So yeah, stay open, but don't worry too much about it, because I don't think you will. You won't. But little magical signs will pop in here and there, and it's okay to play with those and exist in those, because it's real. That's kind of your message. Okay, so I've been doing one last card pull from the, and this card for some reason didn't come out. Oh, the world, completion, fruition, things coming to like a full like fruition in your world. Anyway, that card didn't get messed with. It kind of just stayed over there. But anyway, there is an energy of like, I keep like feeling like I'm not wording things right. But the energy within that energy, like, and there's like an insecurity for me. And there's like, I feel like a unconditional love that like thinks it's cute, like thinks the insecurity is cute. So like, you can't do anything wrong in the eyes of this person. They just see like all your insecurities they think are cute. So it's like, even when you are feeling like awkward or weird, like they're just like, oh my God, you're so adorable. You know, it's like that kind of thing. So it's kind of funny. Yeah, it's just falling in love with all of who you are. This person will. Okay. And lastly, we have the parrot flower. Okay. I like that there are two here. They look like little parrots, so I'm assuming that's why it's called the parrot flower. And then we have yes, I'm reading from the guidebook, the A Little Rain guidebook. I do. This is first date energy. Like, it's feeling so awkward right now, and I don't like it. I feel exposed. Okay. Okay. Parrot flower. I was looking in the A's for some reason. Okay. Okay. Cool. Confusion, adversity, illusion. Okay. Aw, I wanted this to be about... Anyway, in 1899, Sir Joseph Dalton Hooker first collected the seeds of the parrot flower in the Royal Botanic Gardens in Kew. In its native habitat of Thailand, it's known by the name Dork Nok Cow. A popular sight in the tropical forests of Southeast Asia, these beautiful flowers resemble real birds with their soaring, spreading wings, beaks, and colorful bodies, all of which come in shades of white, pink, violet, and yellow. The flowers bloom in October and November, and interestingly enough, it's still unknown which exact species is responsible for pollinating the plant, lending an air of mystery to an already unique plant. Just like the illusory and illusionary and elusive nature of the parrot flower, this card suggests that you may be mired in confusion. There could be some trickery afoot, and the time has come for you to embark on a challenging journey to find the truth. Someone close to you might be being dishonest with you. Stay vigilant and take efforts to prevent yourself from being deceived. This may be the time to lean on those you can fully trust to steer you through the fog. Conversely, parrot flowers can encourage deception just as much as they signal it. What have your recent actions been working towards? Check in with your intentions and be open with yourself if you've been operating facetiously. You may have tried to influence someone to see your side when you know you weren't in the right, or perhaps you wish to present a different side of yourself to give those around you an altered view of who you really are. Whether you have a good or bad intentions at heart, remember there's no reason to change yourself or use deceit to get your way. What may seem beneficial in the moment can have long-lasting repercussions, and it only takes one close look to see petals for feathers. Okay. That is like a total 180 energy. So I don't like that. Okay, so there's a feeling of caution here, and we do have the skunk and magnolia with protection. There's a profound protection around you. And we did mention some of you may be concerned about attracting the wrong person in. There can be energies that come into your life that seem, or people that seem like they might be reflecting back to you the energies in which you've picked up along this love journey, where you know what you're worthy of, where you've seen true signs of what you're truly meant for. Some of you really need this kind of it's almost like installing a, let me make sure I'm getting to the point here, because this is a delicate message. I'm struggling with it a little just because one of the messages I gave you earlier was that you will know. You will know if it's right or if it's not. You will be able to tell by the fruits of their actions. You will be able to tell by the reality that you feel at home with this person. And it almost feels like now that traditional moon card meaning is kind of coming in, because it almost feels like, and this could go in different ways, but one way this could go is you tricking yourself when someone good comes in and when someone who is the right fit. And because you don't think it adds up to exactly what you envisioned, you could dismiss it, you could belittle it, you could pass it up in a way, because this is a subtle energy, because this is something that is so natural. It could be overlooked, if that makes sense, if you're not perked up. So maybe that's one of the reasons why you're meant to be perked up. You're meant to really do that, align to the energy of that really beautiful, authentic prayer. This is interesting as well. It does feel like if you can align to the right love, through prayer, through intention, and, set prayers of protection around you within that. And, really, you kind of seem to be being called into a participation in this manifestation process. And in you participating, it will be ultimately protective for you. Whereas maybe a part of you before is well, I want God to, designate this because I don't want to make the wrong choice. It's the opposite. The message is the opposite. You being participatory through prayer and through connection with the divine, and through that intention consistently, and that's going to actually help you be protected from the wrong ones and attract in the right ones. So that's one of the reasons why you're being called to perk yourself up to this beautiful magical journey that you're meant to go on to find this person. And there is a warning here to put those caveats in your energy and to, surrender within and trust in that higher guidance to get you, and that higher protection to guide you and protect you and get you to where you need to be within this love journey. So that's interesting. I love this, actually. It's like the reason you need to participate is because you need to intentionally connect to divine protection and guidance. And so it's like a weird paradox, because like ultimately this is deepening you more into that divine guidance, where you are giving away a little bit of that agency in a way. I don't know if that's the right way to phrase it, but I think you get what I'm saying, like the essence of what I'm saying. Like there is that paradox there. Whereas if you are not to think about it at all, it kind of leaves you a little bit more vulnerable to like the wrong energies coming in and taking you off guard, or like they said something about like trickery, like tricking you into thinking something's right when it's not. So interesting. Yeah, participate more, be on the journey with God, with the universe, with your higher guidance and your soul's truth and that integrity that exists within you there, and that inner protection, and you won't go wrong. So wow. Oh wow. Yeah, I just saw a snake with the little like his tongue sticking out, and it felt a little nefarious, if I'm being honest. And I don't think snakes are inherently nefarious or anything, but that energy, that was weird. It's like, oh, there's a snake lurking around. I think protect yourself when it comes to love, for sure. Yeah, put that out there, and make sure you're doing that, because you're meant to find this love that's right for you, and it's coming. But don't get tripped up, man. Don't get tripped up. Put that protection, do those prayers. And even if like the wrong, quote unquote, wrong person like comes in and you don't see it at first, just if you're like, and this, maybe you're listening to this reading and you do have someone who's in your life right now, and you're unsure, of right or wrong. Do we move forward? Like, am I seeing red flags? Am I feeling comfortable just because it's like a trauma bond? Like, that kind of thing. This is your reminder to just pray about it and surrender it. And you will find those answers. Like, they will be revealed to you. God's protection's all over it. So just trust in that. And then with the skunk and protection over here, it will stink like a skunk. Like, you'll know it. Like, if you can just connect to that protective energy, you will smell that shit. So, beautiful. Okay. All right. I'm glad that little protective message came in. That's really like grounding and feels really good. Like we're covering our bases here, in this love journey. So, okay. Alrighty. Thank you so much. Group number 3. This was a really beautiful reading, and I am honored by your presence. Bye. All right, my lovely human. If you'd like to be supported by me more deeply through powerful energy healing transmissions that serve as monthly anchor points to keep you grounded and aligned to your most fulfilling and abundant path, along with access to a growing collection of exclusive soulful pick-a-flower readings, I'd be honored to have you in the sacred space of my Little Flower Patreon community. My intention is for this space to be a spiritual lifeline to healing, clarity, and soul alignment. A sacred container that leaves you feeling free and safe to unfold into your most authentic and abundant nature. I've made this accessible at just $8 per month, intentionally so, as the number 8 symbolizes abundance, balance, and unity. If you feel called, feel free to like, comment, or subscribe to the Little Flower YouTube channel, as all of these exchanges help not only for my channel growth, but for me to feel connected to the fabric of the community who finds their way into the energetic space I've created. Feel free to browse my single infinite prayer energy healing transmissions, check out my adorable merch featuring my bee and flowers logo and the phrase, "Hello, lovely human," and leave me a tip, or in other words, buy me a coffee if you feel called to. I sometimes offer personal readings, so be on the lookout for open slots for those as well. Everything you'll need is listed in the description box below. Last but not least, I have another YouTube channel called Soul Hearken, which is my heart and soul in video form. If you feel called to it, I'd be honored to have you over there as well. With so much gratitude, I send you prayers of happiness, peace, health, and wealth. You are honored and loved.